See, I love it that the fact that, yeah, you've been gone musically up front, showing your face, but you still been working, man, and that's what's a great artist is.
Thank you, brother.
So, you know, you spoke of Babyface. You know, now, did you run into Tracy Edmonds, you know, Babyface's former wife, and that's how you got found as a songwriter? Can you tell the audience out there about that?
Exactly. You know, and then you know, later on, as things progressed, I was able to get signed from not only just Tracy Edmonds, but to Epic Sony,
right,
which was a major record deal back then, you know, and it still is to this day. And I still look at it as like being able to prove myself to a company like Epic now through doing an independent album. Who knows, you know, I might be on Epic one day again, you know.
Right, yeah, definitely you would. That's
what go back to where I'm used to being. But at the same time, this independent game has really turned my whole head around as far as just not worrying so much about it, because, man, it's all about the fans and the people that listen to it, you know, my family that supports them, you know.
Right. That is true, man, and, you know, everybody's waiting. You got a big fan base, man. When I was telling a couple of people that I was going to interview on the phone line, and a lot of people were like, Jon B, where you been at? Hey, let them know that he needs to come out with that hot R&B, man. We missed that hot R&B.
That's good. That's good looking out, man.
So, you know, we're going to take people back, you know, that don't know about you. You know, you're singing, and, you know, you were playing the piano and all these instruments and whatnot. You know, let them know about your musical background, your musical family. You know, let them know how you learned and got, you know, motivated in doing this music thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, my whole family was musical, but I mean, honestly, I think it's the records that you grow up listening to, especially the R&B records. I mean, Babyface, New Edition, you know, Marvin Gaye, the Isley Brothers, Guy. Yeah. I mean, Mint Condition. I mean, any of the R&B that was coming out during Michael Jackson. I mean, you name it, man. It was definitely something that was getting played heavily in my house, and along with all the rock and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it was because of people like that in R&B that really pushed me at a young age to get my start in talent shows and singing and trying to form groups in high school and, you know, little R&B groups. And I had a group that, you know, we were going around shopping our CD, and that was actually my first little involvement in the record industry, was just trying to get my group on, you know?
Right. Man, that's what's up right there, man. Always in it. So let's talk about the people you wrote for, man, such as Tony Braxton and, need I say, Michael Jackson. You know, did you really write for Mike, or what was that?
Well, actually, I didn't write something for him. I got to remix something for Michael, which was the You Are Not Alone record that he had, and that was really cool to be able to remix that, and that was an honor for me, you know, being a huge Michael Jackson fan. But at the same time, working with Tony Braxton, that was a song that I wrote with Babyface. That was the last song on her Secrets album, and they recorded that song with a full orchestra in Japan, and
wow,
it was pretty heavy, man, for me as a songwriter to be able to see my song from, you know, just playing the piano in Babyface's house and him coming up with some lyrics to you know, hearing this whole orchestra, you know what I mean? This huge presentation, man. It was a dope song. People need to check it out. It's called In the Late of Night. But I also did, like, After 7. I did 4 songs.
Yeah, I remember them.
5 songs for After 7, which are Babyface's brothers.
Yep.
And, you know, we did this on the album, the Reflections album. I produced 5 songs on them. And I actually did 4 songs on Colony Bad's last album. And this is all like the first 2 or 3 years of my career, man, you know?
Wow, yeah.
Like from 95 to like 98, I had all that under my belt.
Wow.
And, you know, with regard to all the more recent stuff I've done, I just work with David Banner. I just work with Charlie Wilson. I'm supposed to work with Roberta Flack on her album, which I'm really, really excited about.
Right, that's definitely old school, beautiful R&B. Would you bringing all these old school artists up in, and not even old school artists, they're not even that old school, you know, whatnot, but what do you think about the climate of R&B right now? Because all the groups you mentioned and single or solo artists themselves that you mentioned, you know, I remember that time because I'm 32 years old, and that was great music to me. I still think R&B has great music, but I just remember that time, you know.
Well, I think that music from that time is always going to influence the music that we have now. You know, even though we do what we do now with the swagger that we have now, you know, it's always going to be that classic R&B that is going to make us want to pay homage to it, you know, and croon like Marvin or sing with the intensity of Donny Hathaway, or, you know, or smooth the vocals out like, you know, Luther Vandross, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For females, be able to take that kind of like attitude like Tina Marie, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, it's a whole cycle that continues to live in music, man.
That's what it is.
I mean, I'm just happy to be a part of it, man. You know, one thing I want to say is, man, you know, just play the single, man. I think that the single just tells it all, you know.
Right.
Where I'm at, you know, how I'm coming 2009, you know. Paul Wall's on the single with me, you know. It's real official, man, you know.
Okay, well, Mr. Jon B, it's been real good talking to you.
Man, I want to send a shout out to my peeps at Vcious Entertainment, y'all. Doing it, you know what I'm saying? We got to do it now. It's independent. Be independent now, y'all. This is Jon B speaking to you, all right?
Jon B. Let them know the name of that album again, man.
Hey, your new album is called Helpless Romantic. It's coming out October 28th, man.
All right, that's what it is.
All right?
Good luck, man. Keep going, doing that good music, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right,
Thank
peace. Your boy A, man. Keep listening. Vcious Entertainment.